formula, you can plug it in and get the answer every time. So God is saying, if I can get you the foundation of how to believe me, the foundation of how to walk by faith, the foundation of how to renew your mind, the foundation of how to now pull from the unseen realm into the seen realm, no matter what problem is thrown your way, you can make it because you realize you have the source of all strength and all power on the inside of you. Y'all with me so far? I'm going to this is going to be so important. Now, so now, and that's why as you begin to renew your mind and you begin to say, okay. I remember I went with this guy years ago. Pastor Rock and I just got married. And, before we got married, I had prayed and asked God to send somebody in my life, show me somebody that I could talk to help me financially, like to help show me how to make money and how to do certain things. And there was this gentleman who was a part of the ministry we were part of, and he was in class with me, and he was in real estate. He was a real estate investor. And so he was the person that the Holy Spirit led me to. And I said, I really feel like, your name kept coming up to me to come talk to you about this. And so he took me with him on an actual call one day where he took me to the couple's house because he was buying this house for a couple that was going into foreclosure. He showed me the whole process and scenario of how he did. I just sat there and watched of how he talked to them, how he dealt with them. And so he was going to buy the house from them and then rent it back to them. And so it's going to be kind of like a win-win. They can stay in their home, but then he can still make money off of it, blah, blah, blah. He solved their problem, met his need, all this stuff. And he told me, he was like, now, Mike, he said, okay, he said, I'm going to make he told me how much at that time. And so it was a nice chunk of change, five-figure thing. But he said he was on the phone. I watched him in the car. And so once we came out of the meeting, went into his car, jumped on his phone with his lender and called. And it was what's called a hard money lender. Hard money lenders have higher interest rates. And so he says, I don't care about the interest rate. I just want the money. I just want access to the money so I can make the deal. The deal will pay off the interest. It'll pay off the loan. He says, I just want access to the money. And so as he began to go through the whole process, he just began to calculate right then and there off the top of his head. What God was showing me too was, look at how quickly he's doing it. See, I watch everything. And he even began to say, he said, the more deals that you do, it just gets in you, and you'll know how to see a good deal and a bad deal when you come across one. Went into another real estate class a couple of years ago, same thing, real estate investors, and they begin to show you how to catch a deal, how to do a deal. The whole purpose was this. If you understand the formula, if you understand the information and you get it in you, it becomes second nature. Ephesians 4:23 says this, watch this, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Being renewed in the spirit of your mind is really you training your spirit, man. It's almost like your subconscious. You automatically begin to do stuff when you start training in it and doing it repetitiously. See, discipline is the repetitious application of information that you've gathered over a period of time. So in this case, you need to learn how to do things and do it repetitiously to develop the discipline in it, and it becomes second nature, so you don't even have to think what you need to do. The minute you're in that situation, because you've trained your spirit, you've trained your soul, automatically you begin to know what to do. You ain't got to always pick up the phone and call somebody because you've developed in it to such a degree that it automatically, when pain hits, no, by his stripes I'm healed. You don't use prayer as a second option, it's your primary option. And then all of a sudden now you use other things as resources, but you look to God as the source, as your main source. And so he'll begin to direct you. You develop your spirit, he'll